Hi, everyone, and welcome to another week of TV. It's all we've got. I am Lauren Danikian, and I'm joined by my dad,
George Danikian.
Yeah. Hi, Dad.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm good. How are you going?
Still trying to get over this idea that we're not in lockdown. You know, we've been talking about it for 2 years. I think we're in lockdown, even if we're no longer in lockdown. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, I think for some people, it's kind of a comfort zone now to be in lockdown.
That's interesting.
I know for myself, I'm quite content to just stay at home now. I don't have to say yes to so many people when they're like, oh, we're going here, we're going here, we're going here. I feel like I'm more comfortable just saying no to opportunities like that.
Wow.
And choosing to take my time and do things that I got used to doing while I was in lockdown, just to kind of maintain that level of, self. And
it's called
about it.
Yeah, it's called looking after your mental health, which is so important. In fact, this podcast is a little bit about each of us providing one another with a salve. It's a sort of therapy for all those times that we're not together, and we make up with it with TV shows, with movies, with series, with crazy things like Mythic Quest, Schmigadoon. And you gave me
Ted Lasso, which we can't talk enough about.
And in fact, that the one thing that Schmigadoon reminds me with the project that you gave me this week, which was to see the movie The Free Guy, I couldn't get away from how good the music was again.
Yeah. That seems to be a common theme with any movie that Ryan Reynolds does. He tends to pick one song that just replays and stays in your mind. And we were lucky enough for it to be a Mariah Carey song this time.
And you notice that I'm not the blue shirt guy or the blue t-shirt guy. I'm just the green guy.
Yeah.
The green.
And I'm the grey lady.
Green and grey.
The grey lady tonight.
Great lady.
Yeah. So what did you think of Free Guy?
I had reservations and they were quickly knocked away. Ryan Reynolds has created a persona that's lovable. That's you warm to very quickly. His patter is really smart. His use of words or wordage is verbose, but with method in it.
There's
method in the madness, method in the rhythm, method in the presentation, and he disarms you with that that volley of word after word after word, and it enriches you, it makes you smile, smirk, and it captivates everyone, including the people that aren't people in The Free Guy, which is a movie about a video game. And it seems to me that most of the video games in the world that have ever been invented have been all about destroying things or killing things. And this is a bit of a play on that. It's a bit of a message that, do you know what? There is life and there's a coolness about it. And if you give people a chance to enjoy something organic and good and clean, they may warm to it.
And that they're capable of anything.
Yes.
Even when the odds are stacked against them.
Correct.
Quite literally.
Yep. You can't kill AI.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah, no matter how hard you try.
And it's interesting. I have a whole new appreciation for sunglasses after this movie.
I know. Didn't it make you just want to get out and have a pair of sunnies?
In fact,
even though it's torrential downpour here in Sydney,
hoping to see all those trolls around me and those prizes. It didn't work.
It didn't happen. Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
don't try this at home, okay?
Sorry to spoil the illusion.
Yeah. But it's a good movie. The Free
Yeah.
Guy on
Free Guy
Disney.
on Disney. And you can also watch it on Foxtel, which I didn't realize.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw it on Disney.
So that's when I
Plus.
watched it on Foxtel.
Uh-huh.
I do a little bit of house sitting sometimes, and I watched it on Foxtel this time around.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think. I had to watch it. I started watching it, and then something happened, and I had to stop it. But then I wanted to start it again from the beginning, kind of at that point where
continuity.
Where I had, where I knew enough of the kind of storyline to have an idea of what they were bringing to it at the end. And so I just, for my little crazy mind, wanted to watch it from the beginning and see if I could pick up on certain things. And it was really, really well done.
What did you make of Millie, who looks awfully like Lara Croft with glasses?
I mean, Jodie Comer is the actress that plays her and is probably most well known for Killing Eve, which I am yet to see. But I think there's something about her that is just really, really genuine on screen. And I think in this movie specifically, she plays a player in the game.
No,
and then you also see her in real life as a programmer.
Yeah, she's a programmer or a coder. And she and her business partner had a falling out. And we don't want to go any more into it.
Yeah.
But she's a part of the game.
Yeah.
A part of what they have created, that organic piece of game that those two created at the very beginning is the paradise they need to find to free themselves. Hence, the Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you say it that way, because it really does, like, even the title has more meaning after you've watched the movie. It's very well done. Admittedly, the first few minutes into it, I thought, oh no, this is going to be really bad. And because it's that over-the-top character that we know so well from Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
And I thought, I don't know if I could do a whole movie like this.
But I'll tell you what.
He changes.
It works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And some of the gags and some of the special effects are terrific.
Yeah.
And you know, there's one that I'm still getting my head around, and that's the one when he falls thousands of feet or hundreds of feet.
Yeah.
And nothing happens because
it's fine.
Something magical gets in the way. So no, it's worth it. If you want a bit of entertainment, those shoes. I'm wearing
only $200.
Hey, I'm wearing my red version. I'm wearing my red version of those shoes. They're the MJ, the Michael Jordans. Thank you very much.
Well, lucky you.
So how did you go with your particular project, which was to see the Protege?
Yeah, so the Protege is now streaming on Amazon, and it is starring Maggie Q, and Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought to myself, this is by far the dumbest written movie I think I've ever seen in my life.
Right. And then what happened?
It was just, look, you've got an all-star cast, right? You have Samuel L. Jackson. You have Michael Keaton. You have Maggie Q. Now, this is just the names of the people, like, straight off the bat you spend the most of the time with in this world. And it is based on I don't really want to give too much away, but it is a girl who finds herself without family and is adopted by Samuel L. Jackson. And it kind of does that time jump from when they find each other to how they are now 30 something years later.
Mm-hmm.
And as the name suggests, he's taken her under his wing and created this ultimate assassin. Yeah. Yeah. And look, she's incredible. There is definitely like times where you just sit there and you go, okay, like how? But still, I don't think that's the part that kind of took it away from me. The part that I struggled with a little bit was her relationship with Michael Keaton.
Oh, yeah.
And it just made me really uncomfortable. I don't know if it was casting or just
was
the,
it the
way
age
that they
factor
scripted
that
it.
threw you off, perhaps?
No, because I didn't think there was much of an age gap between the two of them.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think it was that. I just think it was the script, like the script between them. It just seemed, I don't know. It just
was it the dialogue between the characters that threw you off?
I don't know. There was one part where he said something and I was just like, really? Oh, yuck. And then, fun times ensue for them.
Well, yes, and they managed to consummate a very interesting relationship.
Yeah, gross. It's literally the line that he says before that.
Yeah, I know.
Where I just rolled my eyes and went, "That's."
It was a little. It was a little. What's the word? I know where you're reaching for. It was cheesy.
Yeah. And it just
but it worked.
Came off like more of a soap.
But it worked.
Kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I think it won't be one that I go back to watch.
Okay. All right.
Right. Why did you like it?
Maggie Q.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very easy on the eyes.
That's where it stops. Yeah.
I've seen her in a television show, something to do with FBI or something like CIA or something.
Yeah.
And this is basically a replay. Look, I just like the character that she created, and I like the look of her.
She was very good.
It's not really hard to look at Maggie Q.
No, not at all. And the way that she played the assassin was great.
Yeah, and Michael Keaton resurrects some of Batman, some of the toughness when he introduced. Remember, he got a lot of flack from some quarters when they heard that Michael Keaton was going to be the new Batman. And Tim Burton did a terrific job of creating a whole new type of Batman. And there were remnants, little bits of course, he's not in a suit. So, but the moves, the fighting, and all that sort of stuff, which is what he did very well, authentically.
Yeah, he's still got
it. He's a terrific actor. He normally plays. As of late, he's gone from playing heroes to playing villains.
Yeah,
and it's because I think they're great. They become great character actors. So they have range. But this is a lot. Look, the only really bad guy was his boss, who was a truly bad guy. And it's an interesting balancing act. Look, Protege is a vehicle for Maggie Q and Michael Keaton. It had, and as I say, I know the jarring moment that you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's only one moment, and it doesn't really diminish the movie.
I know.
But again, it's my opinion.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, that's okay. I've got a fantastic movie for you to see next time, and it's been around for about 50 years, maybe 60 years.
Okay. Well, okay, so I'm just going to ask a question.
Yeah, go for it.
With Free Guy, there was a lot of cameos.
Oh, yeah.
Did you catch
the
one
Tatum,
that I'm thinking of in
Tatum?
particular? No, well, Tatum was obvious. You saw Tatum's face. Okay. This was just a voice.
Oh. Well, now you're asking me to a voice.
So it was one of the very first times that we see Millie, and she's talking to someone in an alley.
Yes, name escapes me. Go on.
Hugh Jackman.
It didn't escape me. It went over my head. I've got to tell the truth.
Yeah. Well, no,
I'm not going to
absolutely.
fudge it. You're my daughter.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, there was
I
actually,
could, but I won't.
well, there was actually a lot of cameos in Free Guy, and a lot of the people were voiceover characters.
And don't forget,
I heard Tina Fey.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
but don't forget
As the
too,
mum.
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have a great mates. In fact, they have this running routine gag where they hate one another.
Yeah.
And there's a dare, or they're going to bash one another's head in. No, they just promote one another's projects.
Yeah.
Galore.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was so, and I think that's kind of part of the fun with Free Guy. Well, it was for me anyway. Taika Waititi is great.
Oh, I first saw him in The Mandalorian.
Really?
Behind the scenes, because he's a director.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's and the one thing you can't get away from was I watched in the lead up to The Mandalorian, you know how they primed us up and got us very into it. And they had the directors talking about how they just did all this homework and they were paying homage to George Lucas. And but George Lucas brought this New Zealander in who had a different way of telling stories. And he's done a great job. He's actually become quite a character.
Yeah.
And that accent is now evil. It's all about evil.
Did you not see Jojo Rabbit?
No, I made a point of not seeing it. And there's something else. The new character, Boba Fett.
Oh, Boba Fett. Yeah.
Boba Fett. Again, another New Zealander. Temeru Morrison, who's just great, who's been around for ages. And again, I think the director of Boba Fett is
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because he was also in Thor. He was in Thor Ragnarok.
I did see him.
Yeah, as a voice character, not really.
Correct.
Physically.
Yeah, correct.
But I think very, very well cast in that role. It was very good.
So Free Guy, recommended. Protege from your side, not so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
Sorry.
no fudge, no foul, no problem.
Sorry.
Okay. So on to next week's viewing.
Okay. Before you say anything.
Oh, here we go. All right.
I have a question for you.
Oh, please do. Fire away.
Okay. So next week.
You want to ask me about Novak Djokovic and whether he should be allowed to play tennis at the Australian Open? The answer is no. If he's not vaccinated, you can tell him to stay in Serbia. I'm just joking.
That wasn't the question I was going to ask, but thank you for that reply.
So what was the question?
No, my question to you is, next week is an exciting week. We'll be celebrating a little something. And so I wanted to put to you, is there something that you want me to watch that I would never watch that I will watch for your birthday?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay.
Have you seen Lawrence of Arabia?
Probably with your yarn bappu.
I want you to watch it by yourself.
Okay. So you're giving me Lawrence of Arabia instead of a sports game.
Oh, I got a better idea. No, stop that. Stop the show. There's a brand new series on, and it's only short. It's only 4. Yeah, and you're going to love it because there's a guy called, what's his name again? Superstar Manchester United, married posh spice. Oh, great.
David Beckham.
It's called Fever Pitch. And no, it's not a movie about singing.
Okay.
It is the story of the birth of the English Premier League. It's on Amazon Prime. It's only it's chapter 1, but it's only 4 episodes.
Okay.
And you've got to watch it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm doing this for your birthday.
Of course you are.
Just so you know.
Absolutely. My 21st again.
Your 21st birthday.
Again.
Yes.
Again. All right. Okay. That's
Okay.
for you. So what do you got? What do you got for the birthday boy?
So what I have for you is something funny,
Oh.
something a little left of center. It's a TV show. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on Foxtel. It's called What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah.
What
I've just
We
started
Do
watching it,
in
and
the
it's
Shadows on Foxtel.
What We Do in the Shadows on Foxtel.
What's it about?
It's very funny. It's about vampires.
Oh. What We
So
Do
it was
in
a
the
movie,
Shadows.
and they've turned it into a TV series.
Okay.
And it's great.
All right.
Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows on Foxtel is my viewing option or mission for next week's TV. It's All We've Got.
All we've got.
Podcast.
Should you choose to accept
with
it?
George Danikian and his daughter Lauren. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
It's What We Do in the Shadows.
I think it's going to be fun. Yeah. Fever Pitch and What We Do in the Shadows.
Got it.
Sounds interesting.
Happy viewing. Catch you next week.
And to you, good sir. All right.
Thank you, gorgeous.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.